Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. 3 things to tell you, people. JerichoGreen.net, JerichoGreen.net, JerichoGreen.net. A few days ago, launched my website. I'm taking a leap of faith. I am betting on myself. Make sure you get over there, get your subscription, $3.99 a month, cheaper than a damn gallon of gas. And that is a shame. Now, you want to know what else is a damn shame? Now, unless you've been living under a rock that's under another rock, you've heard about what's going on in Cuba. And in a word, I would say, good. Good. I'm glad that the Cuban people have had enough. I'm glad that the people of Cuba are having their Tina Turner in the limousine moment. You ever seen that movie, What's Love Got to Do with It? Once Tina Turner was done taking those ass whoopings from Ike Turner, she went ahead and grabbed a bottle of Dom Perignon and went upside his head with it in a limousine. That's what Cuba's doing right now. They've had enough. They've had enough of the poverty. They've had enough of the dictatorship and the violence against them, and they're in the streets doing something about it. Now, I want to tell you something I saw in those crowds, other than a bunch of patriots for their country who are tired of the bullshit. I had an RDC in boot camp, Petty Officer Floyd, FC2, Fire Controlman, 2nd class. And he would always tell us, I'm tired of the bullshit. So is Cuba. And I'm glad they're in the streets doing something about it. But let me tell you something I saw in those streets. I saw Cuban people waving the Cuban flag because they're proud of their country and they love it and they want only the best for it. But you know what else was out there waving in the breeze? Getting some of that nice Cuban sun? The American flag. Yes. Those crazy little Cubans were down there waving the flag of a racist country. What the hell is wrong with them? Are those Cuban people dumb? Do those Cuban people not have televisions and internet access? Do they not know that the number one threat in America is white supremacy? Do they not know that this country is rotten with systemic racism? They don't know that? Oh, I'm guessing they do know that, or they have heard that, but they don't believe that. And neither should we. Now, why in the hell would these people in another country be waving the flags of America? I don't know. Maybe because America is a great country and they want to be here and they want to drink of our freedom. I take that back. Maybe they don't all want to come here, but they definitely want our freedom there. Just the basics. No dictator. Now, despite how you may feel about the COVID vaccine, those people should still have the right to choose whether they want it or not. And I'm happy for them. It started out with hundreds of people. Then it grew to thousands of people. I even read somewhere where they said over 100 arrests were made and some people were missing. Some protesters were missing. Would that ever happen here in this terrible racist country? Could you be arrested and then never be heard from again? What kind of shit is that? Don't happen here. That happens in dictator-run third world countries. That's where that shit happens. I remember seeing a documentary about some town in South Africa. It was about prisons, the toughest prisons in the world. And this episode was about South Africa. Side note, don't ever go to prison in South Africa. But these police paddy wagons would drive through these towns, these fucking sheet metal shanty towns. They would drive through, grab some young men, and that was it. They interviewed some of the people in the town, and they were saying sometimes those men never come back. What? When's the last time you've been arrested, sent to jail, and never came back? We get phone calls. We got rights. We got billboards on the side of the highway of dudes in suits that are paid to get you out of jail. Let those guards do something to you that's against the rules. Man, stop. Not in Cuba. They don't play that shit down there. They do whatever they want. Now, I didn't see any Venezuelan flags. I didn't see any Russian flags, no Chinese flags. I just saw Cuban ones and American ones. And people are down in Florida, the Cubans who do live here, who made it here, who made it to the shores of the greatest country on earth, we're not protesting, but they're gathering in solidarity with their Cuban counterparts. The way that people live in some other countries, our American minds, our free American minds can't even fathom. Perfect example. We're coming off of the heels, the rainbow heels of Pride Month. Now, I don't know if it's still like this, but you know how all these people want to go around wearing these Che Guevara t-shirts? You know, he was Fidel Castro's right-hand man. He was his enforcer. And did you know you could be jailed or killed for being gay in Cuba? Jailed or killed simply for being gay. That is unheard of, unfathomable in this country. But it happens in other ones. Like I said, I don't know if it still does. It might. Let me know in the comment section. But it damn sure did at one point. So which one is it? Are we a terrible racist country, or are we the beacon for the rest of the world and they all want to come here? Now I read an article talking about how Bernie Sanders, he says that it's America's fault that Cuba's going through this. Of course he said that. But he said it's because of our trade embargo. That shit's been in place since 1958. Shut the fuck up. Cuba's having problems because of Cuban dictators. That's why they're having problems, not because we won't send them fucking PS5s. That's not the issue. And they are, since 2000, they are allowed to receive humanitarian aid and like medical supplies and shit if they have a natural disaster or something. So other than that, everything else is gravy. Matter of fact, even being able to send medical supplies and shit, that's gravy. Contrary to popular belief, we don't owe the rest of the world shit. We don't owe them anything. Our government only owes us equality of opportunity. They only owe us a few things. So we don't owe the rest of the world shit. Now, I used to work with a lady at this radio station whose family is from Cuba. And she posted the other day on Instagram saying that she couldn't get in touch with her family to see exactly what is going on. You know, the little things, internet access, phone service, things we take for granted. And there's this artist, this rapper named Pitbull. You may have heard of him, Mr. 305. Dale. Well, when I worked at the same radio station, I was the assistant promotions director. And when we would have events and concerts and shit, I was part of the logistics team. And for a couple of concerts, one of our biggest ones, I was in charge of going back and forth from the airport, picking up the artists and getting them settled in when they got here for the venue or at the venue. And one of the artists that I rode with for, I'd say about an hour from the airport was Pitbull. And we got to talking, really nice guy, very down to earth. But we got to talking about his time in Cuba and what it was like there and the fact that he's not even allowed to go back to Cuba. So either we're being lied to by the mainstream mediocres and our own grandpa in chief saying that we're dealing with Jim Crow 2.0, telling us that white supremacy is the #1 threat in America. Bullshit. The mainstream mediocres, what did Donna Lamone, that greasy lip bitch, say? White men are the most dangerous, they're the #1 threat in all of America, even though I go home and sit on a white guy's dick. Idiot. So either they're lying to us, or Cuba is full of dummies who have no phone, TV, or internet access, and they haven't heard that we're the worst thing in the world. Man, please. Cuba, keep doing your thing until you get what you deserve. Oh, one person we haven't heard from, Loco Cortez, you motherfucker. Her womb is so polluted. She can have my fucking baby, man. Huh? Where's that goldfish eating, Capri Sun drinking, can't stay within the damn lines when she's coloring ass full? Where's she? Where is she and the other 3 members of the 4 whores of the apocalypse? Green New Deal, socialism, there's socialism. There's communism. Because you can't get to communism unless you go through socialism. I need to get that trademarked. That's the truth. So all this communism, the Green New Deal, let's retrofit the buildings, everybody work for the government. This is what you get. That's why when you see videos from Cuba, the newest car is like from 1965. Where you at, Loco Cortez? You ain't said shit. Maybe you need to listen closer. Maybe it needs to be like one of them shells from the beach. You hold it up to your ear and you can hear the ocean. Maybe we need to hold her up to our ear and we can hear her bullshit. Man, please, let me get over here with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link, the Teespring link, and JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.